Good evening, guys. I'm down here in the dungeon, and I did a lead video making lead ingots, and that's what we came up with. But I never did tell you what I did with them after the fact. I gave you some ideas of, you can make lead weights for fishing, bullet molds, what have you. And I just figured tonight's one of those nights I'm going to sit down here and make a few different things up. I have my bullet molds. This is for 454, you know, which is a 44. This is for 50 caliber slugs. I grabbed a couple of the fishing molds that I have. This one here is for all different types of lead weights. I don't know if you can see this real well. I mean, the lighting in here is kind of sad, but different size lead weights. Those are for split shot, and I'll do a couple of those. These ones are for drop shots. You can see that real well. I'll make a couple of those up, even though I don't use those that much. This mold is for the bigger drop weights. This is more of a shovel head at the bottom. But I have just about every mold you can think of. I got 24, 25 of them over there on the shelf. But I just figured I'd sit here and do a little show. Now this is a Lee lead pot, and it's electric. So obviously this wouldn't be your survival stuff, but you can prep ahead of time. This is what these little ones were for. We made all these out in the garage, so you could just feed them in. That one's boiling away. That starts melting. What you have to do with these, and I found this out the other day playing around, you have to get these fairly warm. So the first few of them don't come out great. I'll show you. This is for bigger lead weights. Split shot. And you just pour them. This one I can do 5 of this size or go off on a different size. And anything that you spill out or whatever, just put back in the pot. No big deal. I'll show you how these look. Well, like I said, you got to get this one almost really, really hot to begin with before it starts making good ones. And we got about, well, we got 5 of them here that actually turned out okay. Well, there's one. I'll show you. They come in like, usually you can pour them all at the same time, but I'll show you this. I don't know if you guys can, it's really hard to see this. But you get your split shots. And then what I do on this is just clip the spurs off. So we'd have this one open here. Okay. And then I would just take it, clip this end off, so I have just the weight. That goes back in the pot. You get these nice little lead split shots. I mean, it's really hard to see down here, guys. I don't even know if I'll make this video live, but I could sit here and do these all day long, basically. I usually put 10 of them in a bag, and then put the bag in one of my fishing boxes. So I have 10 of this size, 10 of that size. But for what I'm doing in the spring with the muskies and stuff, I think I'll have a couple more of these ready than that. These all make nice little split shots. But there's all kinds of things you can do with your lead. That's one type of thing, and I'll probably make a lot more of these. But you can make this if I wanted to do. What are these? This is going to be 1/4 ounce lead sinkers. do 2 of them at one time with this. And I usually keep that to stop that from dripping. And you just open them up. Here's my lead sinkers. See, now these you have to cut the spur off, okay? So first we'll clip this. I don't like the way this one poured. Got the eye on one and not on the other. So you still gotta get them hot. I'll do something different for you. 454 ball. And believe me, I don't need any more of these. I got plenty of these. Perfect 454 ball for pistol. Ooh, that's a little warm. And you can always just keep going, keep going. But like I said, I got plenty of lead things I can actually play with down here. Here's a couple of 50 cal. Don't need any more of these either. There's a 50. There's a 50 for your muzzle loader. Well, get you a close look at it. You can see. But we got 2 50s here. Yeah. It makes nice stuff. I mean, if you're into reloading, that's great. If you're not, there's always other things you can do with lead. This is why I saved it all. Just for little projects like this, so I can, do I need any more 454? No. Literally, I got jars of it. Already done. 50s, I got jars of them. So, I don't really need those. So, into the pot they go. A little bit warm. Probably should have used a spoon on that. But I need the shot. I need the split shot this time. So I got 5 of them here, and like I say, you do 5 at a time. So this is the one I want, and I want the bigger ones. I could probably do, these are 3/32. Or is that 5? It's hard to read. 5/32, 3/32. I'm going to do just the big ones on this side, so the first 5 along here are the ones I'm using at this point. And they cool pretty fast. That's already cool enough to open it up. They're not cool on your fingers though, so be careful. Like I said, I'll just clip this here and clip off the actual weight off of there. Piece goes right back in. Got one here to do. Clip off the weight. That piece goes back in. So far I've made myself 10 split shots out of free lead. These are all the 3/32. But I guess really realistically, guys, if you really want to get to it, I could go with the real small ones here, which are these tiny little babies right here. That would probably be about the size of double-aught buck. So you could make 9 of those per shot shell, which I have some high brass shot shell over there, high brass shells. You can make up your own, you know, in any situation, I guess, if you really thought you might be going out on survival of the, to the last man, or you wanted to have enough of this stuff on hand just in case, because we all know lead shot is not legal anymore. They want you to use steel, so a lot of guys would go, just buy BBs. Well, what if you need something a little bit more than BB shot? There's your lead shot. Guys have been trying to figure out how to do make shot out in the woods. I would just as soon say have a 5-pound bag of shot sitting around, or make everything from 6 all the way up to double-aught. That way you have a bag of each for any given situation to make shot shells later on if you ever needed it. But I'm just going to sit here and make lead weights. I mean, to me, I don't need any shot shell. I got plenty of that too. And this was just something I do for to waste time on a Saturday night. Not like I have anything better to do. Just peel these out. And anything you don't like, if it doesn't turn out right, which I haven't had one yet that I didn't like, but anything you don't want, you just throw it right back in the pot, remelt it, do it again. No big deal. It's kind of fun to sit here and just do this. I can make spinner baits. I do a lot of spinner baits in 3/8 and 1/4 ounce. But quite honestly, I have 4 boxes. I'll show you guys something here. Hold on. Let me cut this one off. I have 4 boxes of spinner baits, and when I say boxes, I mean I got painted and unpainted. That's how I figure them out. What's actually done and what isn't done before I put the skirts on them. But I'll show you something here. These are my unpainted. Think I got a few in there. There's probably 5,000 of them in there. That's just my unfinished ones. My ones that are already painted are below that. Unfinished 3/8. And they may be painted. The heads may be painted, but until they're actually done with skirts on there, they're considered, as far as I'm concerned, unpainted. But whites, pinks. I just have a lot of them. These are all started whites. Those on the 3/8. I have a lot more in quarters because I like the quarter itself. But do I have 5,000? Easily 5,000 spinner baits that are painted. I just gotta sit here and tie on the skirts to them, and they're ready to go, guys. But I'm gonna sit here and make some shot, or not some shot, but some lead split shot. And I've already got 15 of them, which, does anybody need that much? I don't know. It's free lead. For the field day. I don't sell this stuff anymore, so to me it's all just fun. It's making components and putting stuff together. But at least I used the lead that I told you I was going to melt up, because I think it's important that you don't just let it sit and waste. This is all good stuff. You get more of it, make more stuff. There's another 5 nice ones. But these are Do It molds. You can go and look on Do It Mold webpage, and they have all kinds of molds that you can play around with. Now see, there's one I didn't like. This one here didn't pour right. So I'll take this one is good. This one is good. goes right back in the pot. You don't have to keep something you don't like. The thing about lead, you just keep using it over and over again. And on my unfinished spinner baits, if I tie a skirt on or something and I end up ruining it over a period of time, I keep them up here, and I got a whole box full of them up here. I could either tie on new skirts, repaint them, or worst comes to worst, I melt the head off, use the components again, and do it all over again. And it literally takes me nothing to pour a spinnerbait, because I have the mold I have for that does 5 of those at one time too. So you lay out your components in there the way they tell you to. You know, you put your wire and your hook, your wire and the piece sticking up, and you're just going to pour, and it's going to form a head with a spur on it. You clip the spur off, you put them in this box. Then when you get done painting them, they go in this box. Then if I tie skirts on, or if somebody says, hey, you know, you still got all of your components you got to have with that, which is, you know, swivels, barrel swivels, split rings, and this is just one bag of blades. You keep your components and you just sit here and make them for people, or you give them away, or you use them. I got literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tackle boxes in this room, and they're overloaded with fishing gear. I probably own more fishing gear than Cabela's, literally. A lot of my stuff is older stuff though, so I just truly believe that the older stuff works better than the newer stuff these days. But that was my little tutorial on what you could or could not do with lead that you're getting for free. I don't know if it helped you guys or even interested in it, but if you want to, you know, ask me something about it, or where do I get this, where do I get that, feel free, drop me a line. I'll answer your questions. Y'all have a good night. Sorry it's dark. I don't have an overhead light in here. Personally, I kind of don't like a lot of light, but if the video is good enough for you to see it, I appreciate you watching it. Thanks.